So welcome to Trading with Goals. I'm going to start. So this next week, we're going to focus on stocks that are having a strong trend, that are trending up. So we're going to perfect how to catch the bullish slingshot, how we're going to track it, how we're going to catch it. Only focus on stocks that are creating new 52-week high or all-time high. So when you're focusing on those stocks, you're expecting two things to happen. Either that stock, so two things will happen. Either that stock will continue up or that stock will pull back. So for us to get a slingshot setup, that stock has to hit a new 52-week high or all-time high, and then the stock has to lose. Now, for you to see that, you have to be on a lower time frame. Okay? The stock has to break. So like here, when MSTR, I don't know if you guys, how do you guys get alerts for stocks that have hit 52-week high? Does anyone have an alert or a way to know when stocks have hit 52-week high? Kavi, how do you know the stocks that have hit 52-week high? Or
I checked US.
or think or swim? It gives an alert, or you get a list from it?
I get a list from it.
Okay. So there's think or swim. I know that does that. I don't know. Webull, so all my stocks on my watch list, I've set that when they hit 52-week high or 52-week low, I get a notification. The other way you can check on Finviz. Finviz, you can also check the stocks that have hit 52-week high because you want to start tracking them. So the day they're hitting the 52-week high, you're observing for two things, okay? Most of the time, you will see that stock either it's dropping down the whole day, or you want to get a clue of where it came from. You have to compare before it went to run to that 52-week high, where it came from. Like here, Marie taking a nap went with the time change totally. Since time change, she refused to be taking a nap. So you look at the stock from where it started to where it hit the 52-week high. You want to get a clue if the day that stock has hit a high, is this stock still going up? So here we had this. Most of the time, many of these indicators or whatever, these platforms, they don't recognize when a stock hits a high during after hours. I don't know why. Even when you look at the daily chart, sometimes you don't see the level which are hit during pre-market or after hours. So, but for us, we know we need to track it because on that day, you want to see when this stock pulls back, if it doesn't go 50% of this move, so from where it came from to the high it has hit, you want us to, Sorry, guys. So anytime a stock is going up and is hitting a 52-week high, you want to look at it and see when it pulls back, look at the where it came from. When it pulls back or any sign of it pulling back, if it doesn't go halfway of that move up, it is telling you it probably wants to continue up. We know the 50% retracement. If you're using it, Fibonacci, whatever time frame, just look at it and see if that stock does not pull back all the way 50% from where it's, you're not going all the way back. You're just looking at the, like here this day when it hit 1490. So this 1490, when it went to this level, the day it has hit any high, whether it's pre-market or during hours, just look at that stock, this pullback. If it does not go halfway of this move, this stock probably is not done going up. Okay, so when you look at this pullback, did it go halfway of this move up? If it doesn't go halfway, you're probably going to swing that stock. Okay, so if it doesn't go halfway, then there's a chance this stock will try to go back up. Sometimes it's a gamble, sometimes it's not. So then you're looking at it again the next day. So when we hit, it rejected 2000, then it came down. You're looking at the previous day low. This is the first move, the big move. Of course, a stock will have to attempt. You're giving it 3 opportunities at least before you get that slingshot move. So the first day you're looking at, if it doesn't go 50%, there's an opportunity you're going to swing it. When it hits this level, we know it has rejected a multiple of 10. It pulled back again. So here there's a chance it wants to try again. If you get a good pullback and it still doesn't do 50% of this move, then there's an opportunity to attempt again. So we attempted, and this time it failed and created a lower high. Okay, so what you are looking at now for a slingshot, you don't want to miss the day the slingshot move is happening. This stock pull back to this low. Okay, when it goes to this low, you want the next day for you to get a slingshot. So this is what you're anticipating. If it didn't, so this day it went down. The next day, it didn't break below this level. So in your mind, tell yourself, we still don't have a slingshot setup. A slingshot, it hits a high. The first day you get a pullback. The next day, it has to break below this first day low to go lower, then you get the slingshot setup. So if it's not breaking the previous day low here, then this day was not meant for a slingshot setup. Why? This is 1792 and this is 1842. So here we broke, we created a new high. Then the next day we created a lower high. Always anticipate on the day of the slingshot. If it does not, so the first day you're getting a pullback, then the next day for you to get a slingshot, you are always anticipating to create a lower high. Because if it has created a new high, then the slingshot move is supposed to be the next day. Always anticipate a slingshot, this down move to happen the day after, because we need to break this low to go lower. Okay, so that's what we're going to focus on. The first thing, if we are getting a continuation. So first, I'm just looking at this just to tell the 2 days. Those are the 2 days you're looking at. When the stock hits a 52-week high or all-time high, you get a pullback. If that pullback goes 50% from the move, this big move, then that's where you are swinging put into the next day. If that does not happen, like here, it even didn't go close, it didn't touch this previous day low, then there's a possibility this stock will try to go up. So like here, it had gone from 885. This was like a 100-point move. So you can swing, but there's a risk. Sometimes stocks open just dropping. But slingshot setup is a 2-day thing. The day it hits a high, you get a pullback, this stock tries to go up. If that stock does not go all the way 50% from the move, then you're not trying to swing puts. It might attempt to go up and create a lower high. If a stock loses, and we'll look at an example of those that lose 50%, you can swing puts into the next day because you know you're going to break the previous day low and go lower, and then you get a slingshot setup. Now, slingshot setup going down, this move down takes 2 days. The move going back up, you're looking at 2 days again because you're looking for a double bottom. So look here, we had this day when it hit 17 or 4. When it came down, there's that risk. Either this stock will continue down or this stock can pull back before it goes down. So sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it's just, I don't know how to tell because this stock did not pull back 50%, did it? So from this move, so from 13 here, where did we start? So it didn't come down 50%. So there was still a possibility it can open high before it drops. So sometimes you can take a gamble and swing puts and then it doesn't happen, this stock goes up. So that's why I leave it for comparing these 2 days. So we had it hit 1704. No, this was not a slingshot setup. This stock had hit 18. That's why it's not making sense. Huh? Yeah. So this one was not detected as a slingshot. Why? Because the level was hit pre-market. This is the day it was detected as a slingshot. So this is not a slingshot. That's why it's not adding up. It has to be a stock hitting a 52-week high. This is when we hit a 52-week high. When we hit 1815, I know there's this level, but sometimes these screeners and the platforms do not detect the levels hit pre-market as a high. Okay, so this was the 52-week high. I don't know. Don't ask me, I don't know. So we came down, and then the next day, we broke the previous day low. Then we got our slingshot setup. So for you to, if our stock is going up and the next day you're anticipating this is the high, you're going to get a slingshot setup. You're looking for a lower high. So of course, if it's not going to break the previous 52-week, it's not breaking the 52-week high, it's a lower high, you're getting puts and you're anticipating this move, the next day, you're going lower. So if you have a put here, you're taking profit and you're leaving a runner to the next day. So you've done the first leg of the slingshot, pulling the sling backward. This is the sling. You're pulling the catapult, the band backward. Okay? When that move happens, don't be quick to get calls. You have to compare these 2 days. Okay? This is day 1. This is day 2. Because this stock might be saying, I'm no longer going back up, I want to go down. So you need either a double bottom or a higher low. So you have to compare this day and this day. So here we had 1230 and here we had 1374. Pre-market was 1300. So you can take a swing. Now, if a stock is not going back, the slingshot is supposed to be a breakout pattern. It's supposed to break this level and go higher. If it is not happening the first attempt, give that stock up to 3 days, 3 attempts. So this was the first attempt. It came down. In those days, you are trying, this stock is attempting to break this level, the 1815. Give it 3 days. So this was day 1. This was day 2, and this was day 3. So day 3, it went and broke this level. It's very important. I want you guys to get this because I've seen people fighting stocks that are not giving us anything. And these are stocks that when you're tracking them from the day they hit the high, you will get the first setup of the slingshot, that stock pulling back. And then you get the setup of that stock going back up. So count 3 days. So don't be there and saying now, yes, you can play this pullback because you are giving it 3 days. The move might not happen immediately. We have some stocks and the next day they go and break this level. But if that's not happening after you have these 2 days of confirmation, count please 3 days. So this was our day 1. It hit 1704. Of course, 1704 is not 1815, is a lower high. You get this pullback. So you can still play this if it's a stock that gives you points. This one gave you points. Then you're looking for double bottom or higher low. You got 1419, you got 1508 or 3. So then that same day, you're looking for double bottom or a higher low. You got 1419, 1503. So now this is day 1, day 2, day 3. If in day 3, you're not breaking that level, just prepare puts for that stock. But for this case, we broke that level. We went higher. Okay? So we went higher. Then you have a higher low. You want to see on this day, if you want to you want to see if this stock is still continuing up. If the pullback happens and it doesn't lose 50% of this move, then that stock still wants to go up, give it an opportunity to go higher. So this one we had 1958. Then the next day it hit 1999. So now we have another new high. You're still looking on the day it hits a new high. If it's not losing 50%, and we look at stock that lost almost 50%, give that stock another opportunity. We know a stock will attempt to break a level 3 times. So here our target was 2000, the first attempt. The second attempt, the third attempt, it failed. You're getting puts. So here we had the day it hit 1999. Your slingshot setup starts on that day. So if it's not breaking, it's not going 50%, you might wake up this stock, pulls back, and then we drop. But we already know we have a slingshot setup. Why? We hit 1999. When the market opened, if this stock is not going to 1999 and 2000 and above, please prepare for the slingshot. You're pulling that catapult, the rubber band, you're pulling it back before you release. Just prepare for this move. And this move will not have caught anyone back because we had every time. So if you have a way to know stocks that have hit 52-week high, please start taking note because these next 2 weeks, that's what we're going to be focusing on. All the stocks that are hitting 52-week high, all-time high. We want to catch that first slingshot setup. Then if that stock fails to go back up, we want to see what happens. And we look at first, we look at CAT, the one that gives us that 50% pullback. Okay, so this is the fact. Oh, we can go even back to when it hit 344. Okay, so this is the first time. Well, of course, we know it was been going up. So when it hit 344, so the first attempt at 350, we had this pulled back. It did not go 50%. So if a stock is not losing 50%, look at this. You can even do the math. 342 minus 331. You want to see if it will lose half of it. And even if it's not going back to the previous day low, then it means this stock give it an opportunity to attempt to go up. So it went up to 344. We want us to combine slingshot setup and multiple of 10. If it's not going to 350, that is the second attempt. And then when this stock goes down, the day a stock hits the high, look at what it does. If it goes down and loses 50 or even touches that 50%. So I don't know now where, 331, 342, that is what? 11? Is it 11? 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So from 344 minus 5.5, you have 339. Is it? Yeah. 5.5. 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. So 339. If that stock, please, is very important, because that's when you know when to swing puts. When this first move goes down, if it breaks below 50%, and this one did, the 50% was, so 3442 minus 332, you get 11. 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So this high minus 5.5, you get 339. So if this stock, the first move down, if it breaks 50% of this move, it is telling you it has broken that rule. We know when a stock touches 50% retracement, it wants to go lower. So when this happens, you're not waiting the next day because this stock has told you it wants to go lower. So when this pullback happens, you're swinging puts. So I'm giving you guys different scenarios of the 50% of the slingshot setup. If that stock hits a high, and then that same day, when it comes down the first time, it touches 50% of this move. The move where it started from the low and the high, you minus, you get the half of it, you minus from the top on that day. If that stock pulls back, that first pullback, if it does break that 50%, just swing puts. And that's what we saw. It broke 339, went to almost 337. When it goes up here, you're getting puts, you're swinging to the next day. So you want to know, when do I swing? When do I not swing? So here you are swinging to the next day, and that's what happened. We got this move. So we knew the next day we're going to break this level. We're going to go break 337. We're going lower. Okay. Now, when you're going lower, sometimes slingshot setup, it's either that day you're swinging puts to the next day, or you're waiting the next day, depending on the setup is giving you on this day. If it breaks 50%, you're swinging puts. That's, please, very important. Okay. So now going back up, it's a slingshot. We've pulled the band. So now we want to release. When we release, we are meant to break which level? This level. We are meant to break it and go higher, okay? You have to compare 2 days. So on these 2 days, you're looking for what? Double bottom or a low and a higher low. The next day, it rejects this low and creates a higher low. Now you are swinging. So you knew from 332, you're going to break which level? Here, you're getting the slingshot setup. Now, guys, this is the same stock. From the day it hit a high, you got puts. Then these 2 days, sometimes they are stock that this move can give you points, then pull back can give you points, depending on the ATR of that stock. Now, this one went up, then pull back. We have 331 and 332. You're going up. When you're getting calls here, you already know you're going to break which level? 344. So here, you're already up 12 points without any question. You're meant to go break this. It's a slingshot. You pull, release, go, break, be above this, go higher. So we broke this, we went, we broke. Even if it is not broken here, you can take profit, leave a runner. You're meant to break this level. We broke this level. We have a new high. Okay. Again, you want to know, when do I have a slingshot setup? You want to see when this stock pulls back, you get the math. 346 minus 331 from where it started. 331, you have, that is 15 divided by 2, 7.5. So you take 346 minus 7.5. Hey, tabu mingi. So 346.84 minus 7.5. So 339.34. You want it to lose. What did we do? Oh, yeah. 331, 3. You want it to see if it's going to lose 50%. So 50% was it to go to 339. 339.34. So it broke that level, telling you there's a possibility this stock can go lower. Now, when you're hitting new highs, you're expecting two things to happen. It's either you're going to get a slingshot setup or this stock will continue up. So that's why I say you have to wait. Sometimes you have to wait to compare 2 days. And sometimes if you're getting that stock pulling back, even if to 50%, there's a chance it can decide to go up or it can decide to go down. So that's why I'm saying sometimes you have to wait for 2 days. Always take profit. If you're leaving a runner, please just know you have to take profit, because this stock can hit that low and go up, or it can go lower and then now you have to wait for the slingshot setup. Is a chance. There's no way sometimes you can tell. It broke 50%. It broke the previous, oh, it didn't. It rejected the previous day low. So take profit if you're leaving a runner and the next day you're seeing this stock is not giving you the slingshot setup. Where is it headed? It's going higher. Okay, so that's the two scenarios. Either this stock wants to continue up or it will give you a slingshot setup. Now, sometimes when you're getting a fast slingshot setup, you don't want this stock to keep giving you slingshot setup. It's getting weaker and weaker. You might not get the same move. You want to take a nap? Okay, take a nap. Okay. So if you're leaving, you always have to take profit. Okay. So if that stock is not the next day is not giving you a slingshot setup, it means that stock wants to go higher. Okay. Now the goal is we're going to break this level. We're going to break 346. We're going higher. If a stock already gave you a slingshot setup, you don't want too many slingshot setups. It makes a stock become weak because you have such a huge deep pullback. So we got the first one here. Here, it gave us like a setup for a slingshot. But the next day, if it's not going lower, get rid of your runner. Always take profit. Get onto calls. This stock wants nothing to do with slingshot setup. It wants to go up. You're going up. You're going to break this level. It went up. This whole day we're going up. We didn't have any pullback here. So always take profit. It pulled back the next day. It didn't do 50%. Even by just looking at this, you can see this is not 50%. This is not 50%. This is a shallow pullback. So this stock still wants to go higher. It went up. The next day, it broke. Do you see this? It broke below the previous day low. So this one did not want to give you 2 days. What did it do? 348 the same day. So sometimes you don't get 2 days to compare. This one gave you 348, and then the same day gave you 349, a higher low. So you're riding it back up. This stock wants nothing to do with pullbacks. It is nothing, very shallow pullback, it wants to go back up. So this day we broke, we got a slingshot setup. The minute you're breaking the previous day low and this stock has hit a new high, you're getting a slingshot setup. I want that to be engraved in people's mind so that it's very easy to anticipate what next move this stock is gonna make. The minute a stock is breaking, it has hit a first criteria 52-week high. The next one, it has to break the previous day low. If you want to know if you're swinging, look at the 50% move. From here, 338 to 353, this is not even 50. So this is a stock telling you I still want to go up. So if it's going up, and then instead of continuing, it decides to pull back. When it pulled back, it broke the previous day low. It has given you a slingshot setup. It has pulled back. It has pulled the band back. Now you release. If it's not giving you, this stock is not showing you any signs of weakness, it wants to continue up. Other stocks, you have to wait for 2 days. You get a double bottom, a higher low. So don't always expect it can take 2 days. This move can happen the same day. It went down, created a new low, broke previous day low. You have a double bottom here. This all time it tried to break, fail, get in. It's the same stock you're trading, get calls, you're going to break this level, you're going higher. You take profit, leave runners. We went up. We hit a new high this day, and the next day we failed to break it. So you're expecting this stock again to do the same thing. So the previous day low, this stock didn't even go 50% when it had this shallow pullback. So this was a strong stock just heading back. We hit a new high here. Slingshot setup. So this is the one I was telling you an example. You have a stock hitting a new high and you have that stock trending down the whole day. Of course, you're leaving a runner because the next day it is supposed to go lower. Okay, I want people to prepare for slingshot setups just based on this stock has hit a new high. You know what to anticipate. So this one, if you're seeing this first move, do the math. 348, 366, minus. You need to do that. I'm sure this is not even without the math you can tell. It has gone down the whole day. 360, so 365 minus 348 divided by 2, you have 8.5. 365 minus 8.5. 356. So this was meant to pull back. 50% pullback was it to go to 356. So the whole day, it was just going down. It has not touched. So you're holding puts. Went. You're leaving a runner. You take profit because this is so near to 356. This stock was going to go 50%. That's what you anticipate for it to pull back 50%. Okay. The next day we had this move up slightly, and then it finally went to 356 and even broke it. So the same stock, you rode it up, you're anticipating it can pull back 50%, which was 356. It pulled back, it took 2 days. So you take profit here, you're leaving a runner, you would have taken your profit here. You already have a slingshot setup. This day, it broke below the previous day low. We have a new low. So you're giving it 2 days. So you can get this move, yes, but you want 2 days to compare. If a stock drops this much, it has broken below 50%. Anytime it breaks 50%, just give it another day because that's a sign of weakness. So you want the next day. The next day, what are you looking for? Double bottom, higher low. 355, 356. What do you have? A higher low. Swing. Where are you going? Back to 366. Here. Did you hit it? Yes. Did you break it? Yes. Okay. So I want people to keep track of stocks hitting all-time high, 52-week high, because you can be tracking that same stock you're anticipating from that for that slingshot. So if that stock is pulling, the day it hits, very important. The day it hits a high, very important. What is it doing? Get the math of the 50% from the move. You're not going to where it hit this one. You're not going down here. You're going from where you started this move after the pullback. That's where you're counting your 50%. So from 348 to 365, that's where you're getting the 50%. The day it hits a high, you're looking for two things. This pullback? Of course, anytime a stock hits a high, you expect a pullback. Anytime stock hit the ceiling, you're expecting a pullback. When this happens, is it going 50% of this move? If it rejects even going close to it, this stock wants to continue up. If it breaks it, like this, when you get this whole day trending down and it's almost near it, take profit, leave a runner. It went to it and broke it. If it breaks it, just give it another day because it's a sign of weakness. So you are looking for double bottom because you can have a stock continuing down the next day, continuing. This stock is telling you, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. So it's very important. When it breaks that 50%, give it another day. That next day, you're looking for double bottom, higher low. This one gave you 355, 356 higher low, swing. Where are you headed? So from 356, you're going, the goal is to go to this level, break it. So you already have 10 points in your bag. Here went 361, of course, lower high, went up. This is not even a pullback. Went up 364, take profit, leave a runner, broke it, and then continued up. So now this same cut, you're still looking at it again next week because now what do we have? A new high. When it pulled back here, this is not even 50%. It's not even anything. So this is a stock. When you're seeing this is when you're saying, I'm swinging, take profit, you're leaving a runner. Now, if this move is happening, let's say we were assuming, because Thursday was the end of the week. When you're getting in here, you're not just buying this week expiry. It's a Tuesday. The week was ending on a Thursday. If you're anticipating this move to continue, please buy in advance. You're buying a runner that is expiring the next week. If you want to be waking up to money on Mondays, you have to do a good analysis the previous week, especially from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, this is just one stock. You're tracking it. We've looked at MSTR. This is cut. You're tracking it. Pulling back, double bottom, higher low, slingshot setup. So it gives you money with puts. You getting money. You can imagine this stock hit this level. This was a good pullback, made the calls cheaper. When you get in, you're running it back. You're taking profit. You're leaving a runner. The same stock. Why is it making you money? It is hitting 52-week high. You are anticipating the same thing. The slingshot setup, it has to pull back. You have to pull back the band, then release. Okay. Now, this is one example where we saw it broke this 50. It was going to break 50%. By the end of the day, it was almost near 356. Okay, we saw MSTR, it didn't go close one day, the next day it broke it. You have to wait. Whenever a stock breaks the 50%, it's a sign of weakness, so don't be quick here. I know this is a small move. Don't be fooled by this because there's some people who only play this move and then they forget to look at this stock the whole day because you're anticipating for a double bottom or a higher low. Very good play to swing. And you see it went up. Continuation, you're not running here. We know it's supposed to be slingshot. It's supposed to break this level and go higher. It touched this level, shallow pullback went up. So here, This is a stock you're still looking for a slingshot setup. Okay, another example, GS. Okay, we know we were tracking GS. It was in the 3-week type pattern forever. Finally, we broke. We had a new high just on Wednesday, even before it hit 400. We had a new high because it broke above 397. Okay, you start tracking your slingshot setup. So this day, when it went to 414, there was barely any pullback. Whenever you're seeing there's barely any pullback, you want a stock when it hits 52-week high. That same day you're looking for, when it pulls back, if it's giving you a sign, okay? You want the day that stock is hitting 52-week high, you're observing the pullback. If there's barely a pullback here, please secure profits, leave a runner. Okay, so what did you get here? The next day, it broke above 414, went to 416. That's your high. If that stock hits a high and is pulling back, now you're watching for what? Slingshot setup. Do your math. 50%. I know. Just do the math. Don't use this level. Don't use these pre-market levels. Use them levels or hours levels. So you have 383 and 416. Please, you have to do the math. Don't use the pre-market level, it will skew your math. Use these levels you're seeing, market hours. So you have this. So the previous high, or even you can, which high? 416 minus 383. So you have to work, either use your phone or you have to work with a calculator.
But I mean, leave it alone. No, it's closed. No.
33 divided by 2. 16. I hope you guys are getting what I'm doing. So the move, you want to get the move from where it started going up to the high. Get the half of it. So 33 divided by 2, you have 16.5. Then minus, you want to get the 50%. You want to know if this stock, if it's pulling back 50%, what are you anticipating the move for it to go down to? What are you eating? What are you eating? Okay, so we have 33 divided by 2, and then you 16.5, you take 416 minus 16.5. It was supposed to go to 399. Okay, so you're seeing this stock the whole day is dropping. It hit 407 by end of the day. So whenever you're seeing the first hour, this stock is pulling back. It means it has done that, it has hit the high. Just get puts, and you're holding put, you know your target is this stock to pull back 50%. So when the whole day it was trending down, the whole day, you would have been making money with puts. So you are leaving a runner. This is it's a Friday. So you're not just buying Friday expiry, you're buying a runner that you leave because this is happening on Friday, you're leaving a runner into Monday. So Monday slightly went up to 410, then it went to 403. What has it done? Slingshot, set up 2 days. This high, the next day, it broke below the previous day low. We had 405, 403. So it has given what? A slingshot setup. So now you can either wait 2 days. Why? Because this stock was approaching our 50%. It was supposed to go to 399. It rejected, it hit a higher low. It was supposed to pull back 50%. You never know. It can approach that level the next day. That's why you need 2 days to compare. Sometimes this move people get here, you take profit, then you see this, you take your calls, and then you say, oh, I'm getting put is going down. But in essence, you're supposed to be comparing these 2 days. Double bottom, higher low, swing. Where are we going? We're going to break 416. Okay, so here we had 403. Because it was headed very close to 399, give it the next day. So the next day you're looking for a higher low or a double bottom. It gave us a higher low, swing. So we went to 413. 413, you know, is not your exit. This stock is supposed to go to which level here? Give every time a stock is not breaking this level, that day after the setup here, just give it 3 days. Just count 3 days. This is your day 1. This is your day 2. And then you have day 3. So we 413 didn't even pull back here. You can't even call this a pullback. Just swing. We broke 416. We have a new high 419. So GS, we're still looking at it next week, this week. Because you are looking for another slingshot setup. So now, which level are you looking at it from? The 50%, come Monday, 403 minus, 419 minus 43, you have 16. 16 divided by 2, you have 8. 419 minus 8, you have 411. So when this come Monday, if this stock is dropping fast and it breaks below this level, because we still have 411, it can pull back to 411, you are looking for another slingshot setup, or it can continue high. So the same stock you're looking at it, why? It can say, I want nothing to do with slingshot setup, so it continues up, or it can do that pullback. You know you're looking for what? 411. If it does not touch it, you already have a slingshot setup. Why? Because it would have broken below this low. So you're going higher. And then another slingshot setup. Okay. So these are ones that were successful. Now let's look at those that were not successful, like Meta.
Virginia, I have a question.
Yes.
On GS.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're looking at the highs, are you only considering the 52-week high or even all-time high? Because GS has a previous high of 26 through 426.
When?
Oh, of course, 2021 or something like that.
We are talking about which year? When you talk about 52-week high, we're talking about
this year. That's why I'm asking. So do you only consider 52-week high or all-time high?
Now 52 weeks.
If you're looking at like all-time high, you can still say, oh, it might try to go to 426, you know, and beat it.
So this one, we are talking about 52-week high. So if a stock is all-time high, it will still have created what?
A new high, but
which is how many weeks high?
52-week high.
Right.
Yeah. So do we, that's my question now. For this setup, do we only consider 52-week high, or do we also look for like all-time high?
You know, we can't ignore this. We know where it's supposed to go. It is supposed to go retest this level, but this was hit in 2021.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like, The time. Mhm.
We are talking about this 52-week high.
Okay.
Now, the reason I'm mentioning all-time high is because when it hits an all-time high, it pounces over, it crashes the previous high. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes. So the essence is 52-week high, but the reason I'm mentioning all-time high is because if it's an all-time high, it means it would have broken this level. We have no history, right? All-time high means that's the highest this stock has ever hit. So it's just this stock creating new 52-week high, new 52-week high, new 52-week high, new 52-week high. 52-week high is from January to the current date. We are not talking, so oh, sorry. Oh, I get your point. Oh, I get your point. I get your point. Forget all-time high, 52-week high. I get your point. Oh, I get it now. Sorry. Yeah. 52-week high, guys. Forget all-time high. 52-week high. Because this is the all-time high. I get your question now.
Okay.
Okay. It's 52-week high. Ah, okay. I get your question. We are talking about 52-week high. Okay. So GS at the back of our head, we know it needs to break which level? This all-time high. I get your question now. So it's 52-week high, period. No other levels, just 52-week high. Okay. Now,
Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Okay.
no, I get your question now. Yeah, 52-week high. So from the first day of January to date, this is the highest this stock has hit. So 52-week high. These 2 weeks, we're just focusing on 52-week high. We'll start looking at 52-week low. I'll post the stocks that have hit 52-week low. But the focus is we are tracking 52-week high because that stock will give you a play, either continuation or a pullback, and that slingshot setup is what I'm looking for. Now, the reason why I'm saying you guys need to track the stocks that have hit, they've hit 52-week high every day is because for me, I will be posting when they create a slingshot setup. So it means the next day. I need us to be together. So I might not be able to catch or alert you guys when the stocks hit 52-week high, but I want guys to, that's why I've listed all the stocks that hit 52-week high last week. You have to keep track, guys, because if this is happening, let's say GS, the minute it hit 416, it broke the previous day high. We have a new high, 416, new 52-week high. You already have in mind slingshot setup. Okay, you're getting puts. So puts, you can have that stock pulling back and doesn't even touch the 50. That's why it's important every day. When a stock hits, just do that quick math. It won't take you long. You need to know from this, you're not going. So I don't want somebody to tell me, Virginia, which low? No, it's this, the nearest low where it started going up. And please don't put in the pre-market. Don't put the pre-market low, because when you have stocks, the ones that have reported earnings, you might have a lot of manipulation. It will not make sense. Use the market hours lows. So from here, we see it bounced off 383, 383, 383. So you're taking that and you're doing 50% of this move. So from here to the high, you get 50% of it. If that stock, the date hit a high, I get notification. So I will be posting if I get notification if I'm looking at my phone, but I want people to take note of all the stocks that are going up and they're creating 52-week high, because you get, like here, you're jumping on the puts. This one went on the whole day. So here you're taking profit, you're leaving a runner because it was meant suppose it has shown signs of going to 399. That was the 50% move. So here when you have a higher low, 403. It has done this deep pullback. You want to give it the next day. There are some stocks that can give you the higher low, the double bottom or the higher low on the same day, like what we saw with cut. And there are some, you give it the next day, you want confirmation. So when you're getting calls the next day, you're not ukimbii na pesa kidogo, you're not running away because here you're seeing here lower high, you're running. You're buying time. Please always buy time. Your runners, let them be the contracts you bought time. Now, if you're seeing this move, we're coming from 4-3 here, 4-5. These contracts have been made cheap. So there's no point of you buying out of the money and saying, now I'm buying a 430 call. No, we're anticipating this move and to slightly break it or even go whatever, but this move makes those contracts cheap, this slingshot setup. So please be diligent in picking your strike price. So we have this, from 4-5, I'm anticipating to go to 416 and break it. So even if you see this, you're not perturbed. You're not, what is it? Shtuki, you're not surprised, you're not scared out. Okay? You're waiting for it to break which level? This level, and that's what it did, went up, you sell. Now you have another new setup. So that same day you're looking, if this stock is not even going close to 50%, there's a high chance it wants to go higher. So this is why I say buying time from when you're getting at the top bottom is key, because you don't want to wait until here is when you're saying, now I want to buy. You would have gotten in here. This is a Tuesday. We had a short week. So you're buying contracts. Your runner are next week expiry. Always you're securing profit. So next week, if this stock wakes up and it's higher, you're taking profit. If it's lower, you set your runner, you have nothing to lose. You've made money with this move already. The same stock. Okay, is that clear? 52-week high, tafadhali, please. 52-week high, not all time, 52-week high. The reason is I think my head is focusing that, so all these semiconductor stocks are just hitting all-time high. Can I go ahead? So want to see one that fails to do what it is supposed to do. Okay. So slingshot. A stock can give you a slingshot setup and it fails to go retest that level. Okay, so I want to go way back when Meta hit 523. Okay. Now, you see here, it went up. So every day when a stock hits a 52-week high, that's your first time it's hitting that level. Okay, it's the first time you're starting to anticipate for a slingshot setup. Okay, so this day, 519, when it pulled back, it did not go 50%. I don't think this is the calculating 50%. You can even eyeball. You can eyeball this and see, from 487. Always go at when you go. We are not going all the way back to last year. The nearest where it took a turn, went back, continue up to create a new 52-week high. That's where you're doing your 50%. So 487, 419. You don't even need a calculator. You can eyeball. This is not 50%. So this stock wants to go higher. Okay, please let's be clear on when to know when to swing puts, when to know to swing calls. If this stock, when it pulls back the day it hits 52-week high and it's not going all the way to half 50%, it's not even doing it. This is just a shallow one, very shallow. It's not doing 50%. Just know this stock wants to continue up. Take a gamble, get a call. Now we have a new high, 323. You're anticipating a slingshot setup, get puts, as long as it's not going up. And it will give you an opportunity to, this was the first candle. So we broke this, we broke 520. Please put these strategies together. Multiple of 10 plus this slingshot. I want us to do that because I want people to know when to get puts. If it's not going to 530, 523, the next candle is just get put. You are anticipating a slingshot setup, 50%. Do the quick math. 523, 487. So you're anticipating the first move for puts. I can do with my head, but I'm tired. Ooh, 523 minus 487. 36, so we have 18. So from 523 minus 18, that is 205, I think. So 505, 205, 505. So you're anticipating this stock to pull back when you're getting puts here. Please, I want us, please, when you're, those people who are having trouble with trading puts, this can be your way to practice. Just get puts. It can be your best way to practice. Do the quick math. It is supposed to go to 505. What did it do? Broke it. So what are you doing? Even if it's pulling back, what are you swinging? It has shown you sign of weakness. It has pulled back 50% and even broke it. 499. So what are you doing? It is supposed, this pullback, when it pulled back to 508, you know the next day you're going to break which level? This level. So this 508 is giving you an opportunity to get puts. You can even, so this is a Friday. So when it's a Friday, just buy time. When you get this pool, of course you're trading lotos. Here is where you make money with lotos. 523, and you're anticipating it to go to 505. This thing went all the way from 523 to 499. It's a Friday. There's no way you're not gonna make good money with this move. So you're buying time. Even if it's this pullback, you're like, okay, I have a runner, leave it. Because the next day, when this stock pulls back and breaks 50%, it's a sign of weakness. Don't now say I'm swinging calls, please. It has shown you the weakness. Wait here, get put, or you leave your runner because you know the next day you're going to break this level. Sling, short, you're going lower. So here you're waking up to money. If you're doing this good analysis, I'm telling you, you guys will be waking up to money every Monday. You're waking up to money from 523 to 476. Okay? So now you are like, oh, in your head, you're telling yourself, now we have a slingshot setup because it broke and went even lower. Are you jumping on calls here? You can, if you want to do that. For me, I'll want to be safe. Okay? It went up slightly, but you see it pulled back before market open or when the market opened. So I always want to be safe. Give it 2 days. Can we live trade on Fridays? That would be lovely and such. Now, Kavi, the reason why I'm saying people start, we can do that. But do you see when you'd have gotten your puts? This is a stock you're tracking. That's why I'm saying these next 2 weeks, we are tracking stocks that are hitting 52-week high. Not just Virginia, you. This you would have started planning for it from whatever. We knew Meta was going up. 519 here. Do you need me to tell you it has gone to 523? The first candle. The next candle, it's not going to 530. What are you getting? Puts. Even if we are live trading here, this whole time this stock is dropping. What are we doing those times? We're just waiting. There's nothing. You're buying here puts, you're holding, you're leaving a runner. This setup is not mostly for scalping. The reason why I'm insisting on it is a good setup strategy for swing. It's not for scalping. It is for swing. Kavi, this is not a setup for scalping. This whole time you're getting puts and you're leaving you've bought time. You're selling your Friday and then you're leaving your runner. So this whole time we're just sitting from my time 8:15 to 10, 11:30. You got in here. Where are you going? You're not going anywhere. You're taking profit with your expiry, Friday expiry. You're leaving your runner. Monday, you're waking up to money. This whole setup you're tracking from when this stock is hitting 52-week high. It has nothing to do with Friday. It's the same stock you're tracking it. Since when we know when Meta broke this, so this was our first time you're having a slingshot setup. We came down, okay? It went up. This one, this is a good example of, this is a good example of a double top. So the same day, it gave us a double top. So this pullback, it didn't go 50%, but it gave us a double top and a lower high the same day. So if it's giving you the same day, you're swinging puts. The same way we saw CAT giving us a double bottom the same day. This one gave us a double top the same day. You're already looking for a slingshot setup. Do the 50% math. You know that's where you're anticipating this stock to go. You're swinging. This is a setup for swing, and it has nothing to do with Friday, because this move can happen any day depending on when did this stock hit 52-week high. Okay. So we got this. It's mostly for people who love swinging. If you can put your focus on stocks hitting 52-week high, you will get this setup and this strategy, and you'll be waking up to money. Okay, so this one gave us a double bottom, double top. The next day, it broke this high, it went down. So now you're looking for what? Double bottom, higher low. This one gave you almost like a double bottom here. We have 487, 487, the same day. You're swinging calls. From 487, you're waking up to money. It went from 487 to 502. So of course, 502, it rejected this. It is supposed to go higher. You're giving it up to 3 days. So when it pulled back here, you're still swinging calls. Did it break this level? Yes, you have a new high. This has nothing to do with just Friday. Now you see this one started from when? This is Monday. You would have traded and swing calls here to Tuesday. You have double bottom here. You're swinging calls to Wednesday. You have a pullback here. When it's going into the next week, you're almost approaching Thursday or it's a Wednesday. Please buy a runner that is the next week expiry. So you're going here. We went to 519. We didn't even pull back 50%. You're swinging the same stock from Monday to Monday. Has nothing to do with Friday. It's when a stock hit 52-week high. Kavi. I hope I'm making myself clear. This has nothing to do with live trading. Are we together? I want people to focus on, because this is important, and you have multiple stocks that have hit 52-week high. So there's no day you will come and tell me, Virginia, I missed a play. We have all these stocks hitting 52-week high. Just find a way where you'll get an alert or you're tracking those stocks. So I've posted all of them for last week. So now we are tracking them. Are they going to go up, or do they have a slingshot setup? I've posted the one that has we know MSTR has a slingshot setup and coin. But if you have a way of knowing when stocks hit 52-week high, that's the stock you're tracking from that day. It doesn't matter, it's a Monday, it's a Tuesday, it's a Wednesday. There's no way you can tell me you're waiting for Friday, because that stock, the day it gives you the slingshot setup, you're trading it from that day. Do the math, 50%. If it is pulling back and it's not doing 50%, that stock is not done going up. It wants to go higher. When it goes up, that same day, you're jumping on puts. Your goal is to go 50%. If that stock breaks 50%, it's not the time for you to say now you're swinging calls. No, you're still swinging puts because you're anticipating a slingshot setup. So this is a Friday. You got puts here. You're buying the next week expiry because you know on Monday you're going to wake up where? Lower. This one was a good thing, fell on Friday. Others do not fall on Friday. They fall on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, what it just the day a stock hits 52-week high, that's the stock you're stocking.
So question, Virginia, this is Donna.
Yeah.
So we would use that high, for example, a meta of the 523.57.
Yeah.
We would use that until it creates another high.
Right now, this is why I'm talking about Meta. We want to see, so from here, this is the high. When you have a slingshot setup, it means, so these 2 days, you have a high, you're looking at the day it hits a high. When it pulls back, if it breaks below 50%, you know you're swinging puts, because the next day it's supposed to break this level and go lower. Okay? It has nothing to do with pre-market. So you're just getting puts because it's supposed to break. This strategy doesn't recognize pre-market. It is supposed to wake up and break below the previous day low.
Yeah.
Okay, so the slingshot setup, I've not seen once that the move happens, the stock hits, and then it starts going up. No, that it means that stock, when this date hit the high, when it pulled back, it didn't go even near 50%. It was still meant to continue up. So whatever happens on that day, very important. Just get the puts. It broke 50%. It's a Friday. Buy next day, because you know slingshot setup takes 2 days. It is supposed to break the previous day low. Okay, so we broke it. We went lower. Now, when a stock breaks, you can either be waiting for 2 days to see if you're getting a double bottom or a higher low. The minute we hit 476, for me, because this was a deep pullback, I would wait the next day to get a confirmation, because this stock can decide to go lower, or I'm waiting to see if it creates a higher low. Now, Donna, when we create, this is 476 and this is 484. When it's going back up, we have the slingshot setup. Where is it supposed to go to?
It's supposed to go at it may go to 523
Mm-hmm.
or higher.
So
Right.
the slingshot setup, the goal is supposed to go break this level.
523 or higher, yeah.
Okay, to go higher. Now, if it's not giving you 523 in these 2 days, what are you supposed to do? You anticipate how much time do you give it to break that level?
In the 2 days.
Three days.
Days,
So
okay.
this is our day one. It hit 502. It's a lower high. Of course, you see clearly it's not 523, so it's a lower high. You get this pullback. The next day, it created what? Another higher low. So you're looking at all these days as you're counting. So you're anticipating this is your day one, this is your day two, and this is your day three. So if it's those 3 days, you're getting, no, so this stock is giving you, this was a higher low, went up, lower high, 502 is not 523, came down the next day, 491. When it went up 501, 501 is not 503, it's not 502, and it's not 423. So in 3 days, if it does not go back to the previous 52-week high, what are you getting?
Puts.
Puts.
Right, it's going down. But then now it looks like it's going back up.
Donna, tuko hapa, we are here.
Okay.
We are here.
Okay.
I was trying to show you guys an example of a stock that failed to go back. It gave you the slingshot setup, but when it did not give you that move. So if it's not giving you that move, you're getting puts in 3 days. If this move is not happening, it gave us the slingshot here. It gave us a higher low here. But if in 3 days it is not going back to this level, you're getting puts, then now what is your point of reference? Because it still has to try and go retest that level. Our point of reference is this support. So in those 3 days, if you're not getting the move to 523, you're getting puts. You get puts. When it's going down, you want it to remain above which level? The day of this slingshot setup, 476. It will attempt again. You start again. So here you are getting puts 502, 503, 501, lower high, get puts. You're not asking questions, get puts. When it comes down, you want the day it gave you a slingshot setup, you want that stock to remain above that level. If it is breaking that level, forget about the slingshot setup. It's all gone. Okay? We want to stay above this support. 476. When it went up here, so we went to this, we got puts. When it pulled back here, what did we get? 481. Always, we're waiting for confirmation. What is our confirmation? Double, bottom, higher, low. You can swing this, but I always say it will have to give you this confirmation. Now, what did it do? 481. When it went up, of course, it's a lower high, always. So the confirmation can take 2 days or 3 days, but always wait. Always wait, especially because it was approaching which multiple of 10? 480. Always wait. 481 went, came down, 481. You have another shot at going to try for that 523. Our goal is still to go to 523. Why? Because we rejected this level. Okay, the slingshot setup, the support, we rejected it. You're getting calls. Our goal is to go to 523. Get calls. We went up. Did we hit 523? No, 515. It's a lower high. You give it how many days? 3 days. 3 days. Day 1, day 2, day 3. If it's not going to give you a move in those 3 days, no, this is not our day 1. This is our day 1. So we hit this level on 515, the first attempt. Day 1, nothing. Day 2, nothing. Day 3, if you're not going to break this or even to go to 523, and here in this case, you get a lower high, what are you getting? Puts. We hit this high. This is not about slingshot setup because this is not 523. Okay? It attempted, failed. Count another day. 1, nothing. Day 2, nothing. Day 3, nothing. Get puts. Just get puts. We came down. We're still looking for which level? 476. This was 488. Give it another day. You can even give it up to 3 days because a stock can try to break a level 3 times. So we up here, 488, went lower, 485. So Monday, we're still looking at it. If it does not test 476, we are still going back up. But this is a good example of a failed slingshot setup and how to trade it. Any questions? I've given you guys scenarios of failed one. We have Meta. The ones that did not fail, we have CAT, we have GS. I don't know, Netflix. Let's see Netflix. So for Netflix, since we hit which level? The first time we went to 624. Okay, you see here, we hit 624. It was a 52-week high. We are anticipating a slingshot setup. This was a shallow pullback. It didn't go, this is not 50%. So you're anticipating this stock will want to go higher. Sometimes it's a risky gamble to try. But did this give a double top? Always look for either a double top. Because sometimes you see here, the pre-market here, this one gave a double top. Always look either for double top. If that stock does not try to go 50%, look if it attempted to break this level twice or 3 times. Look for double top or a lower high, because sometimes you wake up to this move or wait for the next day. I always feel like you'll not have lost so much. This is 618, this is 610. Okay, you can get a put because you're anticipating you're going to break which level? 615. I don't know. So we have a slingshot setup. We broke this and went lower. Okay, this is a Tuesday. We went lower. So because you got the 50%, this one gave us 50%. I don't know. You have to do the math. Please do the math. So here, you're not going Mbali. No, we have here. Where did it start? Ugh. Now where do we count from? 567, 624. Always count from where you see a clear top, and then when it pulled back and then it started moving up. So here was the bottom. After we went to 598, we came down to this 567. So that's your bottom. I know this one was not a beautiful move up and down. I don't know if that's the correct. Let's get the math and see. 624 minus 567. We probably went too far. No, not too far. That's the thing. Just go to where you had a high and then you see a clear pullback and then this stock. The problem is this meta was not giving us beautiful moves. So this is the bottom. 624 minus 567. 57 divided by 2. 28.5. So 624 minus 28.5. 595. Okay, so that's what you're anticipating for it to pull back 50%. So even when you're getting puts, you're anticipating your puts to make you money at least to 50%, or that stock rejecting 50%. But you're anticipating a slingshot setup. You're going to break this previous day support. You're going lower. 595. This one went and broke 595. Okay, whenever you see it's breaking the 50%, sometimes some stocks recover, others don't. We broke it. Wait for 2 days. Anytime you're breaking 50%, please don't just be quick to swing calls. Wait for the next day. You want double bottom or a higher low. Okay, so we went to 592. The next day, 593. And then we had a 594 higher low. So here you'd have swing calls. If it's not giving you 624, count how many days? 3 days. So if this day, no, here, this day, it does not go to 624. Count the next day is your day 1, day 2. In those days, you can find plays. So here, 616, 611. Oh, here it broke. When it breaks the previous day high, you change your day 1. So this is no longer your day 1. What? 610, 616. So 616 is a new high. Start counting the next day. 624, 616. So this is your day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 3, nothing. All right. It went to 620. Ah, yeah, all done. So 592, 593, we got a double, a higher low, get calls. If it's not giving you 624 on this day, give it 3 days. So you have 1 here. It broke this level, went to 616. Start counting from the next day, because here we have a new high. So in those days, please know this is a lower high. You can still trade the same stock pullback. So this is our day 1. Then day 2, we went up. We still created a lower high. Day 3, we created another lower high. You're anticipating to get puts. A gamble. Nothing is happening. This one you'd have gotten puts, you'd have lost money because it went up. You still went to 620. You start counting because this is your new high. Another 3 days. And every time you're breaking the previous high, you start counting again because you have a new high here. It's not this high, 624, but it's higher than 616. Start counting again. The next day is your day 1. So what happened here? We broke 624. We hit a new high, 627. Okay, so you start counting again, your slingshot, you're anticipating 50%. This one was not a clean stock. 590, 592, 627. If you're not understanding, please ask a question. 627, 592, 35 divided by 2, 17.5, 627 minus 17.5, 609. So you're anticipating 50% retracement. 50% retracement. 609. This one went and broke it. Went to 603. Right, this one was not following rules. This one was breaking. Oh my God. This one was breaking all the rules. Now I see why. So if this level is being hit pre-market, it can't be counted as a new 52. Just know that. I don't know why, but just know that. If it's not being hit during market hours, please don't consider it counted as 52-week high. I don't know why, but that's how it is. This level was hit pre-market. So we can't consider this was a new high. Please remember, because this stock will go to give you a new high. So this was 620. Yes, we went to 627, but this was hit pre-market, so we can't count it as a new 52-week high. So we still don't have a high. This is 620. We still haven't hit it. So we still don't have a new high. So when you came down here, we're still looking at that support. The slingshot, you remember here, 592. So that's the level you're looking for. Anytime this stock pulls back and it doesn't give you the slingshot support, you're still riding it up. There's an opportunity. This stock still wants to go retest this level. So 592. Every time it's above 592, you're getting calls, you're riding it up. So here, 596, it was still higher than 592. You're riding it up 615. Here we had these lower highs. We came down 607, it's still above 592. We are riding it up because now we are no longer following the slingshot setup because this stock failed to go break. So now we are using that support. When we came down, this is hit pre-market, you can't consider it. We have 603, still we want to go break what? 624. We went up, now we have a new high, 627. Please just remember that. I don't know why, but that's how it is. Any level hit pre-market is not considered. So this is 627. We have a new high, 52-week high. Slingshot came down. Do the math from where it came from. So do the math. If it does 50% or not, if it rejects, then you're swinging. If it touches 50%, you're swinging. Puts. When it came down, we have a slingshot. It broke the previous day low, which is here, 610. This is 608. So now you're anticipating what? A slingshot setup. Okay. If it didn't break 50%, then this stock is strong. You're riding it up. 608. You start counting. If this is not happening on this day, count 3 days. Day 1, day 2, we broke it. Then you have another slingshot setup. So every time you hit a new high, you have a new slingshot setup. you're getting puts. This one, the whole day, you would be in puts, okay? Then if it is breaking, I'm sure this one broke 50%, then you are leaving a runner. You want confirmation the next day, sorry, we still have this is when the first day we hit this, so the next day we have a new low. We broke below the previous day low. We have a new low, 621. So you have a slingshot setup. You are looking for double bottom or higher low. We have 621, we have 623, higher low. You have your setup. When it's going up, if it's not going to break that level the next day, now here, this one did what? 621, 623, and the next day went lower. When it went up, if you're not getting a new high, what did we get here? A double top, puts. So this next day, this one, 634.38. So we have a new high. Even if it's by cents, it's a new high, 634.36. So we have a new high, slingshot setup. Slingshot setup. We broke below this low here. You leave a runner puts. Ah. $634. So this pullback, you can't count it because this happened before. The pullback has to happen after the high has been hit. This pullback happened before, so we don't count this as a pullback. I want to make things clear. Sometimes you want to find out why this pullback did not happen after hitting the high. So you're not counting this as a slingshot pullback. It has to be after a high. Okay, so this is why the next day, this is the day we had the pullback. So you're looking at 50% from whatever low. I'm tired of doing the math. 50% from wherever it came from. If it's breaking that 50%, you're still holding puts, you're leaving a runner. The next day, you would have woken up to 601. So now we are looking for double bottom. It's Netflix. We gave us a slingshot. We had the pullback, 601. We need to see a double bottom or a higher low. If it's giving us a higher low, we're riding it up. We are going to break which level? 634.38. The pullback has to happen after the high, not before. Because if it's before, we don't know if it's going to get a high or get a lower high. So we have to count the pullback after the 52-week high has been hit, not before. Any questions? So all the stocks that are put there, so DPZ, it's in the 5K setup. We have 52-week high. This stock was in the 3 weeks tight pattern and it gave us the move. This is the move you anticipate from a 3 weeks tight pattern. Some stocks fail to do this, but we have stocks that do that. So we had this DPZ post ER went to 476. Okay, so the slingshot setup gave us a slingshot setup. This was hit after market open. So this is considered a 52-week high. I don't think we've hit this any high level than this year for DPZ. So that was the 52-week high. Yeah. This was January. So this was the 52-week high post ER. Then it gave us a slingshot setup, which did not materialize. Every time you hit a 52-week high, have that in your mind. Slingshot setup. We're going to break this level the next day. We broke it. Get puts, leave a runner. We broke. This is a Tuesday. You want to wait. You want to see if it went 50%, then wait the next day. Okay? Because if it's a sign of weakness, you have to give that stock another day. This one didn't even start. You have 444, 443, 444, almost gave you like a triple top. But we didn't get the slingshot setup going up. So this was fail. So now you're looking at this stock staying above which level? This 444. The slingshot support 444. So each of these days, you know this stock is still meant to go to 476. So you're looking at it to stay above which level? 444, this support. So any of these days, if it's creating a lower high, the same stock, you're still trading it. It broke that 444, 439. You still want it above that 444. So anytime it goes above 444, you're swinging calls. Anytime you are above that slingshot support for any stock, you're swinging a call. The goal is still to go back to that 476. Anytime it is not hitting 476, lower high or double top like here, get puts. You're going 444 or break it, the previous support here, that's what you're looking for. 439, 439. You want this stock to go above 444. Came down 440, you still want it above 444. You're swinging calls until we retested that 476. We had a new high here. We went up. So now we have a new slingshot setup here. If this stock is doing nothing for pullback, if it's not doing anything like here for pullback, just hold. It's not done going up. There's nothing here. It's not even good. You can't even say 50%, even 0 point something percent. It's not doing it. Just hold. Just hold. So DPZ is in the 5K play because it can either continue up and every day is hitting a 52-week, a new 52-week high. We're anticipating what? A slingshot setup. So DPZ, that slingshot setup, you remember you're coming from where? 439. So from whatever high it will have hit, so now we are looking for 500. You're anticipating half of this. So from 439 to the high, you're taking the high minus this, 50% is going to be a big move. So that's why we're putting it there, because if it's giving us that slingshot setup, we're anticipating 50% of this move, of this whole move from 439. Okay, TGT. So I'm putting different stock, different ATR. So we have TGT, the same thing. Okay. 1. So we had, this was the post ER. This was the 52-week high, 175. Here, it didn't give us the slingshot setup, so we went down. I don't know if it did 50%. And then now we broke above this level. So now we have a new 52-week high. That's why it's in there. So it's either it's going to continue up or we're going to get a slingshot setup with puts first. Then if it doesn't go 50%, 168, whatever level it will be, minus that, divide by 2. If that stock does not go 50%, it still wants to go up. You're running it up to break the 52-week high and go higher. If not, slingshot setup, pull back 2 days. FedEx. Okay, post here. We know it went to. So FedEx has not broken this level. So we had a slingshot setup here. 481. We created a new low, 2 days. Then we were meant to go up to break, retest this level. Why? No, pre-market level, but so 290. So we still want to break this 299 post-year level, but this level was created pre-market. So now we have this 290. These rules. Okay. So we have 290. We still want to break this level, so we can't ignore it. So it's still in this list. We have 290. We have 290 here, which we broke. So even if we are using this level, we had a, oh, we didn't. This was a higher low. We're going up. So we want to see if FedEx will break this level. It gave us a slingshot setup here based on the 293. What was open high? 293. We had a slingshot. We didn't go to this lower high. So we want to see on Monday if we're going to continue up to create a new 52-week high, or we're gonna get another slingshot setup. I know these rules are complicated, but what do we do? Coin, we've already talked about MSTR. So I'm putting coin there because you guys complain MSTR is expensive. Coin is a bit cheaper. So this level was hit pre-market. That's not the level we're going with. 283. That was on Monday last week, because we broke this. So here we had a slingshot setup. I've always told you guys, slingshot setup on coin and MSTR works really well. We broke this. We hit, this was a 52-week high. We broke the support, new support. Slingshot, we went up. We have a new high here, 283. This was barely a pullback, so you're giving it another attempt. It didn't go higher. So now we are looking for, this was Tuesday. We were supposed to go lower, slingshot setup. We went lower. You're getting puts, leaving a runner because you're anticipating a slingshot setup. We broke this new support, 253. Sometimes these are good to swing. You're looking the same day. 253, 255 higher low, went up, 270. It is still not 283. Now you're counting 3 days. So this is not your day one because this is the day it rejected going to 283. So Monday is our day one. You give it up to 3 days. Okay, so coin is there. If it fails, you're getting puts. Netflix, we've talked about it, is there. Nvidia. So Nvidia, since we hit, what is Marie hitting?
Soda, it doesn't have any water inside.
So here we had a slingshot setup on this day, 974. We came down, we created a new low, but when we went up, we failed to. This is where you, if it's failing, you're getting puts. It's a lower high, get puts. And then you're still looking at which level? 841. In the entire days, as long as it's not going to break this level, you're watching for that stock to stay above. Okay, go eat.
Okay.
So in those days, as long as it's not going to retest the 52-week high, you want it to stay above this level. So if it's creating a lower high when you're getting puts, you're anticipating it to go to this level or reject it. So here 938 lower high, 862 went up, still a lower high, go down, we're still anticipating 841. This one went to 850, is still a higher low. You're riding calls. So this level on the slingshot where it failed, you're still using that as your guide. As long as the stock is above this level, you're riding it up. Okay, 841. So here 850, ride it up. We went up and we still didn't break this level. This was not pre-market, this was market hours, 974. So this was a lower high. Okay, 967. When you're getting puts, still, this is your guide. Okay, we came down 891. So we are still looking at this stock Y from 903. If it goes down back to this level, it's giving you good points with puts. If it's going up to retest 974, it is giving you good points with calls. So those are the points you're looking for. 974 and 840. Where is it? This one, 8, no, you don't look at the pre-market. This level, oh, where is the slingshot day? So we had this and this. I have to go on 15 minutes. That day of the slingshot, that support, you're using that as a guide. Ugh, yeah. Which day was that? I've gone too far. This was 8th. So here we had the slingshot setup. We broke this low, we went lower, so 841. So as long as NVIDIA, if it's not going to 974, any level that is lower than this is a lower high, you're riding puts, there's a potential for it to go back to which level? 841. So if it's rejecting 841, ride it up. If it's rejecting, ride it up. If it's not going to 974, down. When you go back down, that level is still the guide. So here, this was 850. So 850 is not 841. It's a higher low. It rejected 841 calls. You're riding it up. So from there, we went back to 905, still a lower high. 882, higher low, went up 926, still a lower high. It's not 974. You're still coming back down. 908 is higher than 841, you're riding it up. Still, this is a lower high like that. 967 is a lower high, it's not 974. So you're getting puts. With puts, you're still riding it back to 841. That slingshot support, that's your guide. We went down, 891, 891. So this we're still looking for the same thing. Either we're gonna retain, this way here we have triple bottom. 1, 2, 3. If we are still not hitting 974, you're getting puts. That's the level 841. That's NVIDIA. So that's how you're gonna play those. Those are the 5K plays. Now I wanna teach you guys something quickly. We have two candlestick patterns that give us reversal. They show you reversal, and that reversal, you can use it on any time frame, even those people who trade in 1 minute. You can use that candlestick pattern any time frame, on the daily, on the 15 minutes, on the 1 hour, whatever time frame you're using it. So I'm not gonna go deep into it. I'll talk about it more on Tuesday pre-market, but I just wanna show you guys, this is what you can look for reversal. So it's called you can read more about it, the evening star and the morning star. Okay. The evening star and the morning star. So what are you looking for? You must look at 3 candles. So the evening star, one is at the top, the other one is at bottom. You can read more about it. For this style that I'm using it doesn't have to exactly look like the morning star or the evening star candles, but you can use that guide for people who have trouble with entries. Okay, the evening star is at the top, the morning star is at the bottom. So what are you looking for? 3 candles. 1 candle. I don't want to follow rules for the evening star, the morning star. I just want you guys to look at this thing. The 3 candles. You must have a swing high and a swing low. So what am I talking about? The three candles, for instance, here, when you're looking at this reversal to go back up, you must have a stock showing you a clear high or a clear low. Then the two candles, the one before it and the next one after it. Then below it, so this is an morning star, the candle below it must give you a lower low, okay? And then the candle that is a clear low. So you want a lower low and another lower low, and then a higher low. So those three candles for an evening star, you must have a lower low and the lower, a clear low. The next candle should be higher. It's giving you a higher low. You're looking at the opening. I'm talking about this low, and the next candle, you're getting a clear higher low. Okay, that's an evening star. I don't want to talk about the strictly the rules. This is just a concept about entries and exits or where to catch on reversal. Now, when it's a morning star, you want to see a clear high. The previous candle must give you a higher high, but the three candles, the top one, it must give you a clear high. It's the tip. It is a wick. In most cases, you see it's a wick, but it should be a candle. The middle candle should show you a clear high for a morning star or a clear low for an evening star. Then the next three candles, this one is a higher low. This one should be a lower high. A higher high, a higher high. The next candle should be a lower high. You're looking at three candles. Now, this applies even on 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever time frame you want to get the point of reversal. Okay? You must have a clear high. It has hit the high. The previous candle should be lower high, and the next candle should be lower high. This stock is going down. If it's turning around, you're going back up, you need a clear low. The previous candle should be a lower high. The next candle is a higher low. So if you're scalping, whatever time frame, even 1 minute, you're looking for the same thing for stocks that are hitting the top, you want a reversal down, or they've hit at bottom, you want a reversal to go back up. Here, this is a 1 minute chart. You want a clear low. The previous candle should be a lower low, but this one has hit the bottom. And then the third candle should be a clear higher low. So the opening of that candle should create a higher low. It's good for scalping, for whatever time frame you're looking at. It's the same thing. 3 candles. You can read more about it. Just touching on it, so that on Tuesday we can cover it more. But when you get a reversal, the third candle, it's a higher low. These candles have stopped being bearish because these candles were giving you lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then the next candle is giving you a higher low, higher high. You have a reversal. Okay, so you're going up now. Your candles are opening higher low, higher high, higher low. You have a reversal. These 3 candles, you're comparing them. This one, so this one does not apply here. These 2, they are inside bars. It should not be an inside bar. You have a clear lower low, and the next one is the bottom. The next opening candle is a higher low. You have a reversal. So if you had puts, you should be getting out of your puts and looking at calls. Okay, you have a higher high, the highest clear high, and a lower high. Pulling back. You have a clear, you must have a clear bottom. The 2, you have 3 candles. So whatever time frame, 15 minutes, 1 hour, whatever time frame, this one, 9:26, clear high. The previous candle, low, it's a higher high, but this is higher as the top. The next one is a lower high. going down. You have a clear bottom. This is a lower low. This is the lowest. The next candle is a higher low. You're looking, you should be getting out of your puts. This stock is going up. The candle, the opening. So here you're looking at the opening of that candle. If it's a higher low, then this stock is going up. These three candles. So you can read more if you want to see point of reversal, especially for those people who are scalping. This is what you're looking for. It doesn't matter what time frame, even daily. If you catch on daily, even better, because that's when you know this stock is changing, is stopping from being bearish, is now gonna be bullish. So here we have this lower low. This one went lower. It's lower than this. The next candle, the open is a higher low, went up. Okay, so this is a clear high, lower low. This stock went down, but it still created a higher low. We already had a reversal. You want a point of reversal. So we reversed here. As long as it's not going to break this level, you reversed, you're going up. Okay. 3 candles. Go read more about evening star and morning star, how to catch reversals. But this week, we are focusing on stocks that are creating 52-week high. We are cutting, if you have anywhere that you get alerts, or if you can set alerts for the stocks that I've put there, I've listed the stocks in the weekly watch list, the ones that are creating, they created 52-week high last week. Please add those. Okay. Then I want you guys to add this indicator because it's gonna help you. So this is the indicator. This indicator is called AIO key levels. So you come here, type AIO, these key levels by Haldrop. Okay. This shows you when you go to settings, it shows you day open, day high, day low, previous day open, previous day high, previous day low. So this one shows you everything: week, month, quarter, year. Okay. So I want you guys to uncheck this and have, I know there are people who use the day. I want you to have the week open, week high, week low. No, the previous week, not this one. We want the previous week open, the previous week high, and the previous week low. And check the other ones. You can use them if you want, but this is what you're going to use to help us know about the stocks that have hit 52-week high and how we're going to trade them. So uncheck those. Okay. So now you only have the previous week high, the previous week open, and the previous week low. Okay. So any of those stocks that the last week they hit 52-week high. Okay. So like here we have GS, it hit 52-week high. So coming new week, these are the levels we'll be watching for. Whatever high it goes to, if this stock is coming down, then this is the level we'll be seeing. So if GS keeps going on to 434, whatever, when it comes down, this is the level we want to see, because it will be either the previous week high. This, like I said, some of these indicators don't recognize. Rina. So we want to use these levels as a guide. So this one was giving us the previous, so this is Friday. This is the high we hit, okay? When it hit 416, this was the high it hit. Then we got the slingshot setup, went to 403. So now this will be guiding you when this stock is going back up. And now we were looking at it going back to what? This level, going back to, this was the week high, going back to that level, went up, we broke it. So now come Monday here, we'll have, it will give you the previous week high will be this level here. So come Monday, we are looking at from where it would have been the low last week. So the last week is from 25th. This was the low, 403. So now this is the previous week. Now from Monday, we'll be getting levels for this week. So the low will be 403. The high will be 419. So from wherever level GS would have gone, if it goes to, let's say, 425, it will pull back down, back to that level. And if it breaks it, then it's going to this open or this week. This is just a guide. We want to see the stocks that are hit 52-week high the previous week, those levels, because those are the levels we are looking for when a stock hits a 52-week high. So the stocks that I've listed that hit 52-week high last week, when the week starts, you'll get the levels for last week. And those are the levels that are going to guide us for this stock continuing up or this stock pulling back down. Okay, so this indicator will just be as a guide. Anytime a stock hits a 52-week high, any stock that hit 52-week high that week, so the next week, this will be a guide for you to help you monitor those stocks until they break those levels to go higher. Okay, like here, this is the high. We came down to this on Monday. So from Monday, you're anticipating this stock to go back to what? 416, because it rejected going down to this level. So we are riding it up. So this next week, we'll have this is the low, and we'll have this as a high. Then those levels will be guiding us. Okay, that's the indicator. It can help you, even those people who use it for previous day. It gives you everything. Previous day, open, high, low. The previous day, open, it will give you that day, that week. If you want that week, like now, if we put this, we'll have those high for this week. You're seeing here, so we have the low, and then we have the high this week. Okay, when this week opened, this stock was up here. So now we'll get the levels this week to guide you. But I want you, the key levels we're looking for is the previous week, not this week, the previous week. So this coming Monday, we'll be using levels for last week for all the stocks that hit 52-week high. Any questions? Are we clear? So it's very easy to track stocks that have hit 52-week high because they can either do two things. They can continue up or they can pull back. So we are anticipating these stocks to either continue up or giving us the slingshot setup. It's the same stock you're following. Like here, GS, from this day, this was a Friday. It gave you this slingshot setup, the pullback, then continuation to retest and break. So the same stock you are trading from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, so if we can focus mainly on those stocks that are hitting 52-week high, we know the move we're anticipating. Either we get a slingshot setup or that stock barely, like here, it is not pulling back, it wants to go up. It is not pulling back, it wants to go up. When it goes up, hits a level, and you're using this combining with multiple of 10. So if it's not going to the next multiple of 10, you're anticipating the slingshot setup. Do the math from where it, before it made a turnaround, get the 50%. If it's not retracing to that 50%, this stock wants to go up. If it's retracing to that 50% or even close to it, leave a runner. This is mostly as for those people who want swings. If you focus on this, you'll be getting swing plays every day. You should be waking up to money. This is not about Fridays, not about any day. It's about having a stock you can depend on, because they've hit 52-week high. They're giving you either a slingshot setup, the puts, then the calls to break the high. If they fail, you're getting puts. So the next 2 weeks, we mostly focus on. Now, if you guys look, all these stocks that are down, Snow and the rest, they did the same thing. So from when Snow hit, before now you're fighting with Snow, you would have made that money with Snow from when it hit 52-week high here. You see this move? When we hit 235, it was a 52-week high. We had a double top. So let's say we're anticipating a slingshot setup. We came down the next day, we opened below it. Okay. When you're not going up, we didn't go up back to this level, you're getting puts. So from this level, this day, you start to count from, we got the slingshot setup here. When we went up, we didn't hit any, we were not even close. You get puts. Okay. So it was just dropping. So right now it gave us this 166, continued and continued and continued. You'd be holding puts until it hit 151. Just from tracking when it hit 52-week high. If it fails to go back up, you have to go see your settings, Raphael. Go to your settings, the style. This should be checked. And then look at here. Which ones are you? This, you have to check this. Okay. It's the A or AIO key levels. You have everything plus year, plus month, week, quarter. It has everything. Okay. So whatever stock that fails, if it's not giving you that slingshot setup to go back, retest the previous high, you're just trading puts for that stock. And that's what we're seeing with Snow. Any of these stocks that you're seeing now, they are bearish. Even ADB. Okay. From when it hit so from when we hit 638, okay? So slingshot setup, if that slingshot setup, so here it gave the slingshot setup, 638, we came down, we broke it. The day we are going up, and give it a number of days. If it's not going up to retest this level, it's a lower high. You're getting puts. If it breaks that slingshot support, then you're just holding puts is going, that's a reversal is going down. Now, if you're looking at the daily chart, when we hit 638, so this day, we had this candle was lower, and this was the top, and this was a lower high. We gave you this first move, okay? When we went up, the same thing. This is low, this is higher, this is lower high, reversal, the reversal. I know I don't want to be so particular about the size of the candle. I'm just looking for swing, the swing high and the swing low. This is the swing high. We have this is lower than this. This is the top. This is a lower high. You're coming down. This setup can give you for whatever time frame you're looking at. Okay. So that's what you're focusing on this week. Stocks hitting 52-week high. That's our focus this week and the next. We want to catch those moves. So curve is not just about Friday. If you want to find moves for puts, you'll get a swing there. If it's move for calls, you're going to retest the previous high, you can get a swing there. If it's not retesting the previous high, then you're swinging puts, you're holding down to the support on the day of the slingshot. If it breaks it, you're holding puts the same way. With this, you're seeing snow, you're seeing ADB, you're seeing Meta that failed to go up.
Hi, Virginia.
Yes,
Are you gonna post the 52 weeks high?
I've already posted
Okay, thank you.
in the weekly channel. I've posted the stocks that hit 52-week high last week. Okay, so I've said stocks that hit 52-week high from 25th to 28th. DPZ is there. So we have CAT is there, Burlington, JPM, GS, RCL. I've posted all of them. So those are the stocks you're focusing on. It doesn't have to be the only stocks I've said for 5K list. All Amazon is there, Disney is there, ISRG is there. So all those stocks that are posted, you start tracking them. We want to get a slingshot setup. That's the first thing. Okay, so we have here ISRG just barely broke this high. Okay, so we have here 403. Okay, now you see it gave us the slingshot. So this was the day it hit 403. It pulled back. Then the next day, this was a lower high. It went lower. So ISRG should be looking at it because it has a slingshot setup. So we want to see this day 397, and tomorrow either it's going to give us a double bottom or a higher low. If it does, we want to ride it back up. And this is a stock that barely, so this is not a deep pullback like we've seen others. This was not even 50%. Okay, so this is a stock still that is wants to go up. If it's not breaking this level, okay, probably it wants to go down.
Virginia, where did you put the 52 weeks list?
In the weekly watch list channel.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Virginia, what low are you using? The 387?
What?
What low are you using for the 50% calculation? Oh, 397.
So when you're looking at the low, this has to, it's important because you don't want to, you want from where, yeah, okay. So you see here, this stock hits 397 and then dropped to 387. So when you're counting 50%, you're starting from here. You're not going all the way to, I don't know what, because you already had this high, it pulled back. So you want to see where it a clear low when it had some pullback or some form where it had like that stock created some double bottom. You want to come from there. So you take this 387 and the 403, you want to get the 50%. So if that stock, when it pulls back, it's not even 10%. That's a stock giving you shallow pullback. You probably want to continue higher and doesn't want to pull back to 50%. So come Monday, if it breaks 403 and gives us a new high, then that will be a new 52-week high. Then we start timing again for what? The slingshot setup. Okay, so that's what we are focusing on the next 2 weeks. Stocks that are hitting 52-week high. If you guys see, they're giving you a setup from whatever day that stock hits the high. For over a week, you're trading the same stock. So now we should not have trouble looking for stock to trade, or we are forcing stocks that are zinatuonyesha maringos, stocks that are just don't know what they want with their life. We want stocks that know what they wanted with their life. Okay. 52-week high, that's our focus this week. So the only stocks that have the slingshot setup, I've created a channel for stocks that, now this is the thing. The ones that are in that channel, they already have a slingshot setup, meaning they've pulled back. Okay, that's the difference. So I don't want you guys to focus on, to just wait for that, because you can catch that slingshot move where they're pulling back. Okay, so that's why I'm saying it's important. Get either you're looking at TOS or whatever platform that shows you stocks that have hit 52-week high, because from that day you can get this kind of move playing puts. The only things I'm posting there, they're the ones that have given us a slingshot setup. It means they've pulled back. So if you look at ISRG, we have a slingshot setup. Why? Because we had this move here, and then it pulled back, created a lower low, broke below the previous day low. So the next one, we have GE. It already gave us the slingshot. Do you see this move? You would have made money with this. Okay, it hit a high. Okay, then it broke below the previous, so this was the high. That's why I'm saying don't look at the pre-market high. Otherwise, you might think it has not done the slingshot setup. So this was the day it hit a new high, 180. Okay, this was the pullback. We hit this, we pulled back. This move happened, what? Was it after hours? Oh, some of these things, crazy. 145. Sure. Yeah. So this one, we have a slingshot setup. We're looking at it tomorrow. The next one, Dash. Okay, so Dash hit a new high when? On Wednesday, 143, came down. The next day, it broke below the previous day low. So we have a slingshot setup. We want it to do what? Go break this level. If it creates a lower high, when it comes down, we want it to stay above this level. If it's not, you're getting puts. So if it's not making a slingshot move, we're getting puts just like Meta. Okay, the next one, CLSK. This is also Bitcoin stock. Okay, so we got 24 here. This is the day this one continued down. So we're still looking at it. We were following this move here because it broke below the previous day support. So what happened here? We want this stock to be above which level? This 21.212. Okay, then MSTR is my favorite. If you can be catching MSTR like what happened on Thursday, when that slingshot pullback happened, those contracts were $26, went to 8,000. That's why I'm saying don't wait for me to post this list, because this is the list I'm posting after the pullback move. But if you track stocks that have hit 52-week high, you will get, so this was the move. The next day, we got the slingshot. It was supposed to break which level? Here, 1842. So even before the day starts, you already knew MSTR was going to break which level? 1842 and go lower. So now we have here, because it did over 50%, this is over 50%, even without doing the math, just eyeballing, I know this is more than 50%. So we have to give it another day. So we're looking at it again on Monday. If we have a double bottom or a higher low, we are trading calls. We are supposed to go up to break which level? 1999. If it's not breaking, we're getting pushed to which level? 1645. Okay, so those are the stocks with the slingshot setup on Friday. So every day I'll be posting the ones that have already done the move, the pullback. So for you, it is to look at stocks that have hit 52-week high every day. So you catch the slingshot. Okay. It is the same stock you're tracking. So the list is there. Every week I'll be posting. If I catch the list every day at the end of the day, I'll post the stocks that have hit 52-week high. I know it's a lot of work, but that's the stock we are focusing on the next 2 weeks, the ones that have hit 52-week high. Okay, DE is there. Did I put DE? Is this the highest DE has hit this year?
Yeah, that's all-time high for DE.
Yeah, it can't be all-time high. I know. DE, you've forgotten 450.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was last year, 450. So this is 52. So we had 50, this was 546, so we've broken this. Now we have a new 52-week high. Should be there in my list. If it's not, I need to add it. Let's see. Yeah, DE should be there. Let me add DE. When did this move happen? Let's see. Why is it not here? So you see, even me, I can miss, yeah, 413. It should be there. This is the 52-week high. So DE should be in that list.
Ma?
Yes, I've added DE. So it's a long list. So sometimes I can miss something. So if you see a stock I've missed, just tell me, I'll add it because it has hit 52. It was 406 and it broke 406. That 406 it hit in January. So it has broken above 406. This one was the level on Thursday. It hit 413 and this was not a pre-market level. Okay, so if there's any stock I've forgotten, just mention it. I'll add it there. I'll post the earnings later. Today I just wanted to talk about this and we're already out of time. Which earnings? Anyone? Nicole? DE. I've not even had time to look at the calendar.
Yes.
Which stocks are reporting this week? I know this month we don't have a lot.
I see like Levi. I just want to know which ones you thought were significant enough. Levi, BlackBerry, Escalade. These are just ones I know that I'm looking at.
That's why you see if there's nothing, mostly April is usually very boring. So the only thing is PayX that is there. PayX is reporting Tuesday before market open. I know NOX. I don't know if this stock has become a penny stock. Now, Levi. Nicole, did you trade RH last week? Is there anyone here who traded RH post-year?
No, I didn't. I didn't catch that one.
Ooh. You're not looking at post-year anymore? Is this a marijuana stock? No, no. What is this? Ugh. I thought it was marijuana. So apart from PayX, I know Levi and BlackBerry, small ATR, but the only stock this week I knew was, I even thought PayX were meant to report last week and then they decided they're gonna report this week. So that's the only major stock we have. Last week, we only had RH and you guys didn't even look at it. RH, no, PayX.
Right,
Oh.
Virginia,
Yeah.
look at AYI.
Hmm?
AYI.
Like that?
Yes.
What do they do?
And I was just checking the ones reporting next week.
When is it reporting?
Should oh, let me see. I got it wrong date.
I'm not seeing it here. Oh, I'm
Eh.
seeing, I saw it on Wednesday before market open.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what it is.
It has an ATR of 4.17. And there was also another one, if I can, let me see.
Looks
me
like a
see.
good stock. What do they do?
I don't know. I was just trying to look for stocks with ER next week. So
AYI.
yeah.
So it's a construction and supplies and fixtures. It's like a Home Depot and BLDR. They do construction, home building, and supplies. Industrial technology company. The company uses technology to solve problems in space and light. So branding and lighting control. Lighting. It's like they focus on lighting and HVAC. Heating, ventilation, air conditioning. Look at this stock. It's been going up since 156, since last year, November, just going up. I need to add it to my watch list. Where are you?
Yeah, and there is also another one, PVH.
Hold on. No. How do I add it to my watch list? Okay. AYI.
Hey, you
So hold on.
That's why you throw up. You cannot do that.
Wait. AYI. So this is not a lotto. Can go either direction. Can either pull back. So it hit a 52-week high. So we'll treat it also as, let me add it to the list because it has hit 52-week high. It's not a lot, also it can pull back or continue up. But let's see. Hold on. Yeah, it has hit 52-week high. It had NR7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's kind of going. This is a slightly just broke this level on Wednesday. So we have 270. It created a new high here, but when it pulled back the next day, it did not break the previous day low. So it didn't give us a slingshot setup here. Now you see here, it gave us a slingshot setup. And then it didn't do anything, so continued down. And then went, so it has a double top. So far we have a double top out of it. So you can either pull back 50%. So we want to look at it on Monday and see if it breaks this level, because here it didn't give us a slingshot setup. It hit this level and the next day created a higher low. So if we look at a 30, it is meant to go to 276. If you look at proximity, it is away. So if it's not going up to 276, 301, then it will be coming back to the previous close. I know on Monday we'll have a new one because it's the beginning of the month. So it's either gonna go back to the 30 previous close or it's going to the 8-year. So we have to look at the new month here. So PayX is the only one that I was gonna look at this week because I didn't know about the other ones. I know there are two stocks that are there. So just look at the stock, look at the ATR. What was the trend of that stock? That AY looks like a good stock. It's just been trending up since November. Now this stock has been going sideways. Okay. So here came down, went up, came down, went up, came down, went up. So it's going sideways. So stocks doing this as they head to earnings are usually very good. They are not decided where they want to go. So we want somebody to make a decision for them. So of course, this will be a new month. We want to look at the proximity to the close. Tomorrow, the market is open. The holiday was just Friday. Okay, so we want to see tomorrow what it does. It's going sideways. We'll look at it tomorrow and see proximity to the close. Is it? So this is a financial stock. Right, it's not a lot, so it is oversold. So it can either decide to go up. It's not a lot. It's like how P. Diddy was. It was bearish. This one, since we hit 129, we reversed here. This was a lower high, 125. So either it can break this level to go higher, or so this is what we're looking for. Like P. Diddy, it was meant to go break 152, but it didn't. So when it went up and did break 152, we rode it back down for continuation. So this is the same. It's not a lotto. It can either go up. If it does not break this level, you're anticipating a pullback. So RH was the same thing. RH was a lotto. Then because of that downward move, this one, the move before ER, RSI dropped. So it was either gonna go up, and this stock has still, it had come from 406. So we still have this high. So when you're doing a pullback, you also want to look at the previous high level. Now, if you look at PayX, the distance is just 129, 124. So it's not that much compared to RH that could have gone to any level above 322. We still had a gap to 406. So RH is still looking at it post here, because if it creates a lower high, then it means you want to ride it back down. Now we have a 50. So RH, how is it not there? Boy, it's a lot of work looking at all these stocks. So RH, we have a 52-week high. I don't know if it's not being captured because this move happened pre-market, but no, it continued. Is RH there? If you see a stock is not there and it has hit 52-week high, please let me know, because it is a lot going through all these stocks. RH should be there. So, because we have a new 52-week high. Okay, so RH, we're also looking for that slingshot setup. Let me add it before I forget. Okay, so RH, it's post ER. It broke that 322, which was this is the level it hit. This was even last year. So this is the new 52-week high. But we still have, this is the all-time high. So as long as it's going up and it's not going higher, as long as it's not going higher, then you're anticipating what? A slingshot setup. So here, it didn't even do 50% of whatever. It was coming from 275. So this is nothing. So we're looking at it Monday, tomorrow. If it's not breaking this 353, then we're anticipating what? A slingshot setup. We're going to break which level? This one, which is the previous day low. This is the level 325. So it's at 348. If it's not going higher, we're getting puts. It is supposed to break the below the previous day low, 325. It will give us a slingshot setup. So this is in the list. So please look for stocks. If you're not seeing one that I've listed there, just let me know, because there's a lot of stocks. This one, I know we have 177. I don't know, was it in January? Yeah. 177. So this has not yet hit broken this 52-week high. So if you see whatever stock, just let me know. Any of those stocks, Raphael, just look at it. Look at the RSI, PVH. Nicole, you said, I know Levi is a small here, but this one can make some move. I don't know if there are people. So this one was post ER. It was trending up to ER. It's a retail. It's not in my retail list. Let me add it. I think I have it in my retail. Levi. BlackBerry, ever since it was beaten down, it has never recovered since 2021. BB, what is it? BB has never recovered. Just beaten down, became a penny stock since I was trading it in 2021. Yeah, this is when I was trading it. Ever since then, it has never recovered. So it still has room if it wants to do 50%, Nicole. It has never recovered. That's the last time I traded it, 2021. Yeah, when it was going up. Ever since then, it's never recovered. So let me add it to my watch list, retail. Let's see. Oh, Levi. Levi, it's in the momentum list because you see it's been trending up. It's been trending up ever since last year. I think last year. So Levi, this is the weekly chart. This has been trending up since last year, October. 12, higher low. So this is just it's a momentum stock. So if we look at the weekly, still has room. So it came from 30, 12, 30 minus 12. 30 minus 12 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 12 plus 9 is 21. There you go. There you go. 50% retracement. So if it breaks 21, it means it wants to go higher. You see, you guys are seeing 50% retracement. Very easy play, pre-ER. From 12, you're writing it to 21. Where is that 21? So it hit 20 on Thursday. 20. Okay. So this week, last week we only had RH, and some people still didn't look at it. This week I only had PayX, but now Raphael has added AYI, PVH, I don't know. PVH, what do they do? This stock looks like it's consolidating. So this one has been trending up from 69. What do they do? 134. Woo! 134.28. That is 6. What do they do? PVH.
Can you hear me?
It's a textile company, textile and apparel. So they sell global apparel company with a brand portfolio that includes Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, Olga. I've never heard of them. So this one is it's a retail store. It's a retail also. They sell clothes by they deal with brand names. So this one, let me add to my retail stocks. Here. Some of these retail stocks do well for earnings. Let's see this one. 134 to 28. That's 106. Lost 106 points. So 106 divided by 2. Oh, it went all the way almost. So you see, it went back, created a lower high, came down, created a higher low, lower high, higher low. It broke this. It broke this since IPO. Look at where it came from. It's just like a penny stock. It's just been going up. So it broke this high. So this one added also to 52-week high. Because we have one, ooh, it's just going sideways. 139, 139, 138. So it has 140. So add it also, I'll add it to the 52-week high. Add it to retail. Did I add it? Retail. Add. PVH. So it's also momentum because it's just been trending up. It's just been going up. So momentum stock, it can either continue up or pull back. And if it pulls back, it can be a good one because look at where 69, 140. So you're thinking of 50% retracement. 50% retracement of that. So it can either pull back 50% or it can continue up. It's not a lotto. Okay. So Levi's momentum, BlackBerry has been beaten down, nothing. K, Rus. So any of these stocks, Raphael, what you're doing the same kind of analysis for any stock. This one is also momentum. Look at this. From 2023 November, it's just been going up. It broke this level, so we have new high. So this one also 52-week high. Raphael, that's what I say. Any earning stocks, me, I only look at those ones I'm familiar with, but you can look at any stock there and you can trade it. Just look at the options. It's not a lotto. It's been trending up for months. So it's in the momentum list. I'm going to add it there with the 52-week high, the PVH and Kairos, thanks to Raphael. Kairos. Don't know if I'm saying the right way. And PVH. Okay, so those have hit 52-week high. So you're looking for the same thing, either a slingshot setup, like this one already had like a deep pullback here. I don't know if that's here. So this one, you're looking at it because it has already made this move, almost breaking previous day low. Okay. And the same thing for the others that I've added. So any stock reporting earnings, you can still look at it and play it, depending on, so these ones have been trending up for months since last year. They can either pull back or continue up. Look at the 30 levels because Monday is the first day of the month. So we'll get new levels. You're always looking at the monthly when it comes to reporting earnings stocks. Okay. Any other question? So that's what we are focusing on this week. Now, if you see any stock that have hit 52-week high, before I see it, just post there in the levels chart and let us know this stock has hit 52-week high. We start looking at it for slingshot setup. But so far, we have Coin, MSTR, ISRG, GE, and Dash. Those are the ones that already gave us the slingshot setup. They've pulled back. So come tomorrow, we're looking at them for calls to go back up. If they're not hitting that level, you give them 3 days. If in 3 days they've not broken, we are getting puts. Okay. If there are no questions, we'll see you guys on Tuesday. So that's why I created a channel for just slingshot, because that's what you're focusing on. Very easy stocks to trade and track. So I'll be posting there after they give us the slingshot setup. So for you, take note of stocks that have hit 52-week high. All of us. If you see a stock that has hit, let us know. For me, I've set all my watch list on Webull to get an alert when stocks hit 52-week high. But at the end of the day, it's very easy for me to to go to screen. I either FinViz and get the list of stocks that have hit 52-week high. Okay. Raphael, sign us off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a question before you do. You said Coin Dash, ISRG, and which one?
There's a channel I've set up that is called Slingshot Setup. We have a bearish and a bullish slingshot setup. For me, I'll be posting after they do the pullback, but you guys need to take note when they hit the 52-week high. So we have ISRG, GE, Dash, CLSK, and MSTR.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's go start a new week making this money.
Thank you. See you guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.